Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Let's take care of some business real quick, and then let's get this show going. Let me find the right buttons to push, of course. Here we go. Maybe?
Sportcat's Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome. Hello to WZQR, listening live overnight. And hello to Dare Talk Radio, Radio X in Australia. We understand that there's been some technical issues, but they got it under control. So they're back. We're live, and we are appreciative. And of course, we want everybody to come over and join our chat. We have Brenda here. We have, who else is here? I think I saw Chris there. KG. I don't know what KG's new handle is. So, and of course, we have Brenda somewhere.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional.
Come close my thing, please. Oh, sorry. I meant to mute.
Jack, make me a meatloaf sandwich.
Sorry. I meant to mute and I actually double hit on the camera.
Viva la Sportcat. Sportcat Uberales. Viva la Sportcat. Go Sportcat. And everywhere. Love the Sportcat.
Oh my God. Look, everybody.
Live radio. It's great.
I don't know what happened, but I went to bed last night. I rearranged my room and my dog does not like it. He will not use his steps now to get up and down off the bed. So I was up and down all night letting him go to the bathroom, and oh my God. So I didn't wake up till like 12:30, which is 1:30 Glenn's time. So here I am in all my glory, and I don't care. Get that license to play it off my face, please.
Well,
or maybe it's better to have it there. I don't know. Oh God.
Oh, so, did Jack make your meatloaf sandwich, or
I didn't want a meatloaf sandwich. I wanted him to put my screen up so nobody could see him walk in and out of the room into the kitchen.
Okay.
You know what I mean. Jelly bean.
Oh, okay. Oh, so how was your weekend?
It was okay.
Okay.
I did a lot of work. Moving things, dusting things.
Oh, I'm opposed to
cleaning baseboards.
I'm opposed to cleaning.
Yeah, I wish I was, but I am not. However, and it has to be done.
I had a good weekend watching football, so I did do that. I had a headache that I couldn't get rid of for 2 days. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't sleeping well. I'm stressed about shit. And then, right before the show, Tennessee calls. I'm taking mom's data away.
Oh, my God.
She claims I sent her a link, and I've got to go back. I haven't had time to look it up, but she claims I sent her a link for some product that would cure diabetes or some shit. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but at any rate, she ended up spending $700.
Oh my God! What?
Oh God! So she
You're
called the Indians, and I think got half of her money back, but the other stuff's coming from China, or so. I don't know what the hell mom has done.
I gotta let Denise see her boyfriend, her best friend.
Okay, hello, Putin. So yeah, anybody that has elderly family, do not send links until you've supposedly I sent her an AI link from generated link from Dr. Oz telling her to buy $700 worth of snake oil. I don't remember doing it, but hell, maybe I did. So she's like, well, it's your fault. How the fuck did I do? It wasn't my fault.
Why would your mother want snake oil? What on earth are you two doing? Okay, you're not allowed to talk to your mom when you're half asleep. And she's not allowed to have any links ever.
Well, supposedly I sent her some, I don't know. I got to go back and look it up, but something that Dr. Oz recommended, but it was an AI generated video. Dr. Oz didn't recommend it. I don't remember what the hell it was. If I did send her something, it was more like my wife sent her some TikTok shit. And so I sent a message out in the family chat. No one send a link to mom. I'm having to lock down her damn credit card, her banks.
Shit. You're going to have to give her an allowance whenever she wants to go to the store. Oh my God.
There we go. Oh, spring training. It's coming. It's coming. So get here. It'll be in the snow, of course, but well,
it's been a while, I guess I need some.
Florida. That's right. KG, are we going to Tampa to see a game? So Chris, KG and I are trying to go to Tampa to see the Cubs in the who's the Tampa team? Devil Rays. So, or is it just the Rays? Whatever they are. So I'm trying to talk KG into flying into Atlanta, and then we drive down here. Take a couple days off, but
I have my TV set up for the.
That's for what? For us?
For the show.
You look orange. Why are you orange? Did you and Trump make out or something?
No. Orange? What?
I don't know.
No, I'm waiting for Chris. I need spring training.
Yeah, okay. Don't let foreign people who can barely speak English have access to his computer. Yeah. I had that while I was there. I don't know. This time last year, Mom drove from my aunt's house to her house, which is like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. She did it in like 5 minutes with PayPal on the phone, and they were wanting all of her bank records. And when she come in, she's like, you got to help me. PayPal's on the phone and they need all my bank information because somehow I've done something. I'm like, what have you done? And she's like, well, I don't know, but PayPal's on the phone and they need this. And I'm like, give me that damn phone. And I'm like, who is this? Oh, this is PayPal. We here to help you. All right, we're going to have a chat. So, yeah. I mean, I kind of got pseudo scammed. I bought something off of Facebook that says it was American made by Idaho firefighter or some shit. I don't know. There's Jack. He's not naked though. And so I was like, oh, well, this looks pretty cool. And it's some supporting an American made fireman, local business. So I ordered it and I'm going to get it. But apparently it left India, went to China. From China, it went to Spain. And from Spain, it's somewhere in the U.S. right now. So...
Well, you know what? You also have to make sure your mom don't answer her phone. You need to tell her that if somebody calls her and they don't speak the English, she needs to not speak with them.
Well, now with AI, they can't. They can speak any language. So, but when they call,
phone away.
When they call, the first thing, don't answer your phone. Hello. I'm usually like, yo, what's up? And if they say, is this, Bob Smith? I say, huh? They say, well, is this Glenn Jackson? Who? Because they want you to say yes, no. They want to get your voice recorded so they can call your bank.
I usually say, what can I do for you? Very mean. No, very mean.
Mostly, I'm different. My response is either who the fuck is this? Or if it's a girl, I'm like, show me your tits. So that usually gets them to hang up. So far, I have not got any pictures. So
I had a lady call me to tell me that, I see that you're disabled and I want to make sure you're getting $4,000 a month. And I said, you know what? You people crack me up. And she obviously thought I was kidding because she started laughing right when I hung up on her.
There you go.
And they always call me all the time about Social Security. I'm like, dude, I deal with the Social Security office myself in person. I don't do it over the phone. Nope. Or I respond to their actual letters that they send me that has their seal on it. But I don't do nothing over the phone. But I just want to make sure I just need the last 4 years. No, you do not. If you work for the Social Security office, you do not need none of my Social Security number. You already have it. What do you think? I'm stupid?
Chris says he can't focus on the Cubs yet because the Bears stunned the Packers over the weekend.
Oh shit!
Denise says she doesn't answer any numbers she don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Bears stunned the Packers. Almost every game went down to like the last 2 minutes over the weekend, and so that's the type of football I enjoy. And I gotta say, there were some shakeups I wasn't expecting. So, San Francisco last night, that was a great game. And the Bears, that was a decent game. There were some calls though that were questionable for both sides on that one. Well, there was a bunch of questionable calls over the weekend, and but my comment about the Bears stems around. I read an article from was it ESPN or Yahoo Sports talking about there's a new breed of quarterback, and those quarterbacks are more prominent in the playoffs right now. And it's something that I've said for a while. The young mobile quarterbacks, the ones that get out of the pocket and they run and they make such great plays on the move. Well, they're injury prone. And most teams that have a young mobile quarterback like that are out of the playoffs right now because these big guys are able to stay in the pocket. They're somewhat Jesus Christ, that guy for the Patriots, he's mobile as hell, but they're bigger guys and they can take the hits. So yeah, it's a new breed of quarterback out right now, and so I like it. And the Bills, I'm kind of, I hate to say this, but I'm kind of hoping the Bills make it all the way. So I'm excited for them. So we'll see. But Brock Purdy, I was excited for him. Oh, shut up, Brenda. Come on. I had an argument with a lawyer over the weekend. He wanted to know why more people weren't upset about Iran after the Minnesota incident, then come Iran. And he says, every time I go on there, they're talking about entertainments or sports. And I was like, dude, seriously, I go to Google Trends and X Trends every day before the show. Sports and entertainment are far more trending than news stories. Well, I mean, unless we invade a country, which, I'm there for that. But,
well, hey.
Yeah.
What do we do?
So. Oh, Denise says she's annoyed. Her sister thinks that ICE guys should go to jail for shooting the girl. Now she hates voting for Trump. Well, you should just tell your sister, go stand in front of a moving vehicle, see what happens. So
yeah, she might end up like me in a wheelchair with no leg and no teeth.
That's right. Brenda is not being up the middle about our football discussion. That's right, Brenda. So.
I'm plainly up the middle with the football discussion, right up the ass. There you go.
If it was a Texas team, you'd probably tonight's game is Texas. Are you gonna be excited about that?
I might throw it on in the background.
There you go. Well, I'm sorry, Brenda. I'll be cheering for Pittsburgh. So
you can't. You know what? I can't fix stupid. So
Yeah. Well, the quarterback's like 800 years old for Pittsburgh. So when they wheel him out there, I'm just excited to see him play. He's like 46. Hell, I don't know. He's old, and he's still playing. And he has an arm, but he can't move into the pocket. He's a stationary quarterback. So it's because he's got rigor mortis. So.
What they do? Stuff him and sit him in the end zone? I mean, Aaron Rodgers. He is like 40 something. I think he's older than Brady and Manning when they played. So, but maybe they stuffed him and put him like a field goal.
Well, and then the other stories were all the coaching changes. So, one coach that was fired, the one that shook everybody up in the NFL, Harbaugh, he basically put out a press release that In order for him to be hired or interview up front, he wanted everybody to know he needed $20 million. I don't know if it was a year or up front or what. And then $10 million for staff and total control. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then boom, teams are saying they would do it. So,
I have friends that live in Australia that I talk to often.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know they think that our football is pussified because they don't wear helmets and guard pads and cups and
Australian
football. It is hardcore football.
Yeah, Australia. It's kind of, I haven't really watched it, but I think it's like a combination of rugby and NFL. Now KG is a big fan of Australian football, so he knows all about it. But
those are men.
Yeah. Oh, they're much different. So, but I don't think
they get paid as much as ours either, which kind of sucks.
I don't know.
They actually get out there and beat the shit out of each other, and here we got everybody running around.
Here's what you got to understand, though. It's entertainment. It's sports.
It is.
That's all it is. That's all it is. I mean, let's be honest. These guys and gals, they're obviously putting their body out there for, our entertainment. They're like gladiators. So should they get, 20 million a year or whatever? No, probably not. But somebody's willing to pay them. So I guess that's what a fair market is, or a free market is. So I guess so. Wear a cup, that's not bravery, that's stupidity. Yeah. So I was a photographer for a boxing match I think it was in Knoxville. And it was in Knoxville. And let me tell you, you want to talk about a brutal sport. I've seen guys literally pee themselves, like spraying when get kidney punched. So that's a sport. KG says he's been hooked on the AFL since 2004 and he hasn't watched the NFL since. I'm going to try and get into it. But their season runs at different times and it's hard to see here in the States. So why can't we have like ESPN International? I would pay for that. I'm already paying a large sum of money to Disney, ESPN, Hulu a month. I would, if they had like an ESPN International, like the Ocho, I did like it, but
do you know that if you go to Disney World or Disneyland, see, and you pay for Disney and you get hurt, you can't sue them because it's in the contract you sign. It's in the contract for Disney Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
I won't get Disney or Hulu.
Well, if you buy a ticket, it's too late. By buying the ticket, you're agreeing to it. It's like that at a lot of amusement parks. Universal? It's like that. It just because somebody will drop their ice cream cone, trip, and say they broke their neck. And
no. Look. If you go to Disneyland or something like that and you're on a ride and your little car doesn't turn with the ride and it just goes flying off, I think that those families should be able to sue.
Yeah, the sign says right at your own risk. So,
well, shit.
You must be this tall to ride, and when you ride, you assume your own risk. So,
I barely ever made those rides. Barely, because being 5 foot, you just barely.
Mickey Mouse is taller than you, so
I know, right? I'd have to stand on my tippy toes just to be able to ride.
Oh Lord!
Talking about.
Well, Brenda, it's 14:20 here on the East Coast. LA 11:20, in Denver 12:20, Chicago 1:20, and for our friends in Anchorage that get snow canes and earthquakes every day, it's 10:20. I saw a tornado watch is put out for Hawaii over the weekend. I thought that was weird.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And for our soon-to-be new state, Greenland, it's 4:20 in the afternoon. So.
Oh my God! You found the time for Greenland.
That's right. That's
Holy
great.
shit!
Our friends in Perth, it is 3 in the morning, and I know it's 3 in the morning, and I know our friends at Radio X are working diligently at this moment. They were messaging me right before the show. So it's 3:20 there, 6:20 in the morning in Australia, Sydney, Australia. So it's time for them to get up and go to work. But
Yeah.
come on, man. Don't talk about dropping ice cream cones. Yeah, well,
I have the perfect picture for my background, and it's like an old Biden with a big head. He's wearing a diaper, and he's got an ice cream cone in his hand, and his eyes are bulging.
It was trending. One of the things trending was did Trump shit himself? So apparently Trump had gas during a meeting and just let it rip. And yeah, so it was trending. Did he shit himself? So
probably not, but
I don't know. He's getting up there.
That might be quite up the middle, huh?
Yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah, that would be down the middle. Well, if you go outside and look up, you'll only see 31% of our moon. It's quickly heading to the winter moon. And they launched a rocket last night that supposedly in 3 days is going to land on the moon. I don't know. I haven't followed it a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know. Some SpaceX probe they're sending to put a radio tower up before we go, or I don't know. I saw it last night and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So,
wait, you mean to tell me when we went to the moon the first time, we didn't have to have a radio tower, and now we do?
Well, no. You see, the way it worked then was their links talked to the ship above them, and that linked out to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, whatever. So, but we can't make it back now with.
Oh my God.
Tracy says, yes, they found the cheese. Yeah, I was always told growing up the moon was made of cheese. That was a cartoon, wasn't it? Wasn't it a cartoon?
There's been some like that in certain cartoons.
Yeah,
I can't tell you exactly which ones. Shut up, machine. I know.
Wake up, Brenda. Yeah, I was told it was a cartoon. They kept saying it was moon was made of cheese or something. I don't know. So, and I did find out. I finally had a few moments to find out why the Earth is 8 minutes 23 seconds late today.
Oh,
I researched that. Yeah, it's 8. And it's going to be different every day because apparently our watches are not correct. If we had time set with the sun, our watches would not be what they are now. In other words, it wouldn't always be 60-second minutes, 60-minute hours. It would vacillate during the day. So that is why the sun is either late or early, because it's not synced with our watches, our clocks.
You do know that way back in the day, that's the way they told time was by the sun and the moon. And that's the way it should be.
You mean way back before we got computers? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Way back before we even got watches.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, you used to put a stick on the ground and watch it to see what time it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sundials. So I think there's one on Mom's bird feeder, actually. So
she should go buy that.
Stop taking it. Don't call. Just don't call China Mom. Tracy Jones says maybe they'll take their space modulator with little green alien from Bugs Bunny. Yeah. What was that? Marvin Martian. I liked Marvin. Marvin was cool. So
yeah, I used to want to get a tattoo of him.
Well, I didn't like
still
that much, so I didn't like Marvin that.
Oh, and here's this lioness thing. Anyways,
yeah. They don't seem to move, do they? And in 3i as well, it's our big potato is getting further and further away. So,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, but I did pull up this really cool thing. There's new comments and targets for 2026. Yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of C2024 E1, and I didn't look them all up, but yeah, there's new comets coming towards Earth. So
You need to find that kid that does he does like little YouTube things, and he does better with stuff that's going on than NASA. So I think we should follow
are you
him.
talking about the angry astronaut on YouTube? I follow him if that's what you're talking about. So
I don't know if that's his name or not, but he does a better job than NASA.
yeah, well, I'll tell you who does the best job.
Nothing but lies.
Is,
But
Stefan Burns. He does a really good job because he's a scientist and breaks the shit down like you can understand it, and what's going on outer space with the sun and the planets and how it affects our planets. He does a really good job. So I follow him. He gets a little wordy though. So after like 20 minutes, I tune out. But
I don't know. There's no outer space.
I found this. Shows us our big blue globe with this is every satellite that is circling the globe right now. Every one. And you can find your specific one you want, and you can click on it, and it'll show you. Well, it's supposed to. There we go. Let me find one. It'll show you its path around the Earth. I thought that was pretty cool.
And then after the air runs out of the balloon, you can probably find those damn things in your backyard.
Probably. Let's see. And then I found this one I thought was pretty interesting. This is everything, including the junk we've put out in space, which is all these little red things. there's it's like, God damn, how the hell did we
that's
really
our junkyard, man. That's where they take all of our trash.
Yeah, I mean that is a massive amount of shit. And what's more impressive is we track every one of them. So and then
we wonder why aliens think we're stupid.
Shit, it's rush hour traffic out there if they're trying to come in. I mean, look, they got to avoid all of our junk in space. First, they got to get through that belt of shit we've put out in space. And then all the military and government satellites and shit we've put out there. Yeah. They got to dodge and weave through that. And then they might make it down to Earth.
They're like, these stupid ass people are not going to any other planet. We will make sure of that.
Well, you can tell. You can tell by our trash ring. We don't make it too far out. Hold on. If we keep zooming out far enough. There you go. There's the moon. See how far the moon is from where we are. We haven't got our trash extended out there.
There's a North Star.
I don't know. You're asking me questions I don't know the answer to. It's probably on here if I zoom around and look for it. But there's probably over there. But it's a lot of shit we've put out there. Good Lord. And then the military stuff. And then with this whole thing, we'll talk about this. One of the YouTube channels I talk that I make fun of, we're the original anti-prepper show. They were completely losing their mind today. So we'll go over that because so many of them were saying this weekend the Civil War begins.
Okay, well, now welcome to Let's See How Stupid We Really Are.
Former countries by capital. No. We're not smart enough for that. Tourist attractions by negative review. Ooh. That could actually be interesting. Top 5 countries by category. Countries of Premier League players. No, that would be more like a Chris thing. The one with the guest stars on Friends. I didn't watch that show enough to do that.
I did.
I'm gonna try. Let's try tourist attractions by negative review. Let's do that one. You can only screw. Oh no! Give me multiple. God damn it! I don't want something where I gotta friggin' write in answers. Jesus, then you only give me 5 minutes. I want multiple.
The other one we get multiple on. We don't get multiples on this one, and then it gives you less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They need to update theirs, but it's okay.
There you go. All right. Well, the recent quizzes are movie word clouds for 2025. We wouldn't do too good at that. Matches for 2025. Directors characters for 2025, taglines 2025, album covers from 2025, and lyrics from 2025.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I
We
don't
had
think.
album covers in 2025. I don't think so. I think they screwed that up.
Well, they're calling them albums, but they're CDs. So, our electronic downloads, and they're called thumbnails. So, you want to go with something tried and true: pop music, movie, geography, science, computers, literature, classical music, history. No, television, sports, languages, and miscellaneous.
Let's find a different one on television. Let's do television. Let's see what happens.
Where are we going here? Television. All right. So now you know we got general, cast, characters, plots, and specials.
Let's really rack our brains. Let's do characters.
Oh, God. All right. So what generation? The 60s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s? Where you want to?
Okay, with our age group that watches, I think we should do probably 80s.
All right. So we're going to do TV characters from the 1980s, number 1. All right, here we go. This is going to be painful, I'm afraid. Michael Cusack. Was he Wise Guy, Miami Vice, LA Law, or Moonlighting?
Oh, Michael Cusack. LA Law.
I want to say LA Law. I think it's LA Law. So we're going to guess, and we are correct.
Hey, we made it.
Right. Oh, Ricardo Tubbs, Hill Street Blues, Dallas, Golden Girls, or Miami Vice. It's obviously Golden Girls. So.
Ricardo Tubbs? No. Wasn't that Miami Vice?
It was Miami Vice, yes.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought.
Let's see what's next. Frank Farillo, Hill Street Blues, Golden Girls, Cheers, or Wise Guy. I know KG knows this one. I know the answer already. Hill Street Blues, Golden Girls, Cheers, or Wise Guys.
Wasn't it Hill Street Blues?
It was Hill Street Blues, correct.
Okay.
See, I knew that before I pushed the button. So, Blanche Devereaux, Golden Girls, Cheers, Who's the Boss, or Murder, She Wrote.
Golden Girls.
I think you're correct there. See, this is now it's going to get really hard. They're going to ask like, who was Bob? Louis De Palma. Was he from Taxi? LA Law, Cheers, or Who's the Boss?
Taxi.
I believe you're correct. Taxi. All right, next question. Oh, we're doing good. So we're going to suck here in a minute. Kevin Arnold. Was it The Wonder Years, Dynasty, Miami Vice, or Wise Guy? Kevin Arnold.
Okay, now I'm stuck.
Wonder Years, Miami Vice, Dynasty, or Wise Guys?
Was it Wise Guys?
I think it was... well, I was going to say Wonder Years, but I'm not sure 100%. So we'll wait for the chat to catch up here and see.
Chris says Wonder Years.
Yeah, I was thinking of Wonder Years.
Hey, shut up.
Don't be careful. A dog will bite your leg off. So hold on. Let's. Yeah, Denise says Wonder Years too. So there we go. All right, we're doing pretty good so far. Here we go. Templeton Face Peck.
What the hell? Who is that?
Wise Guys, Miami Vice, the A-Team, or Dynasty. Well, Templeton Face Peck. I have no idea.
Let's do the A-Team.
I want to say it was the KG. We used to watch Hill Street Blues together. Wise Guys, Miami Vice, A-Team, or Dynasty. I think it was the A-Team, but I'm not 100%. I don't.
Hi, Monica.
I want to say, well, Denise says Wise Guys.
Oh, Denise says Wise Guys. Maybe we should listen to Denise.
Yeah, maybe we should listen to Denise. Denise probably knows this one better than we do. So Denise says Wise Guys. So, all right, Denise, I'm pushing the button for you. Oh, it was the A-Team. Denise. Denise. Dorothy Zabornak. Who the hell was Dorothy Zabornak?
I know.
Moonlighting, Dynasty, LA Law, Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
All right. Golden Girls is what Brenda says. You're correct.
Yep.
John Hannibal Smith.
Oh.
The A-Team, Taxi, Cosby Show, or Moonlighting? John
18.
Hannibal Smith. I think he
18.
was 18. Yeah, we've only got one more, so we can't do too bad. Jonathan Higgins the Third. Was it Miami Vice, Hill Street Blues, Cheers, or Magnum PI? Jonathan Higgins the Third.
Magnum PI.
I believe it was Magnum PI. Yeah. So there you go. All right. So
Woo-hoo.
we got an A-. Thanks, that's Denise. It. We would have had an A+. All Denise's fault. So
leave her alone. Look, she was as confused as the rest of us. She just
hey, what is the Daphne Nation of Willy Nilly? Daphne Nation. What the hell is a Daphne
What does
Nation?
that even mean? What?
Wasn't Daphne a
Taffy? I don't know.
It was a cartoon. Was it? Well, I see Blondie up there, but I was thinking for some reason Scooby-Doo. I don't know. Click for the answer. Yeah, the 12 people have downvoted this. Impotent. Yeah, I'm downvoting it too.
Jesus. My God.
Daphne willy-nilly means impotent. What the hell? I've never heard.
It does?
Apparently, according to this.
Oh my God. We used to just say can't get it up. What the hell's wrong with that? Why get all willy-nilly on us?
When you're young, you eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away. When you're old, you eat an onion a day to keep everyone away.
Well, there you go. That's my problem. I just need to start eating onions.
That was from Jeff Denson. Good quote. Don't know who he was. And I was seeing Blondie up there and thinking Dagwood and Blondie, but the first rap song to hit #1 this day in 1981, Rapture, by the group Blondie, is released. #1 in the U.S. Billboard 100. The first #1 song to feature rap vocals. So, okay.
Why not?
It's interesting. Yeah, I guess that was rap, but we didn't know it was rap back then. So
that's when, like I keep saying, that's when music was music. Now I don't know what it is.
Well, yeah. Nobody beats Vitas Geraltis 17 times in a row. After losing 16 matches to Jimmy Connors, Vida Geraltis finally won a match, commenting on the win and said, "Let that be a lesson to you all. Nobody beats Vitas." Yeah, I don't know. So it's a tennis.
Well, let him get cocky with me. I'll beat him 18 times.
There you go.
Into the ground.
Me and Bobby McGee, January 12th, 1971. Janis Joplin's cover of Me and Bobby McGee is released after her death. #1 hit. She died at 27 from a heroin overdose. So she'd recorded this the year before. All right. All in the Family. Oh, God.
I remember that show.
You couldn't play that today on TV. The TV
show All in the Family
debuts on CBS on this day in 1971. Yeah, it was an interesting show. The first person is cryogenically frozen on this day in 1967. James Bedford's body is frozen after he died of cancer. He currently resides at the Alcor Life Extension Foundation, awaiting the time that he might be revived. Let's do it. Let's see if it'll happen.
I gotta tell you, with All in the Family, I watched from the beginning to the end, and the episode that I never thought, because I always laughed in that show, when Edith died, and it was the saddest thing ever. I bawled my eyes out, like he was so totally lost. And all the times that people would say, "Well, he takes her for granted," man, when he lost her, he didn't know what to do with himself. It was so sad.
I don't remember that one. The TV show I remember the most that I won't say I cried, but my eyes may have leaked. MASH, when Henry Blake was killed. that to me, with that one shook me up. So it shook the cast up too, because they didn't know until the last like 30 seconds of recording that, well, like 2 minutes of filming that that's what the director was doing. And with Radar coming out and reading the announcement from the Pentagon or wherever, that was the first one I remember that was kind of touching. So this day in 1966, the TV show Batman debuts on ABC, starring Adam West and Burt Ward as Robin. They protected Gotham City from an array of supervillains. So
Texas.
That was an old one. So.
And in the old Batmans, of course, nobody ever died. So we never cried. We never cried. I remember that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, I recently seen some of the old Batmans, the old black and white ones. So yeah, it had been a while.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent show for the time. It was corny, but it's pretty decent. January 12th, 1962, Operation Chopper was the first U.S. participation in a major combat in the Vietnam War. U.S. helicopters transported over 1,000 South Vietnamese transports for an assault on a suspected Viet Cong stronghold 10 miles west of Saigon. The Viet Cong were soundly defeated. How many did we use? Well, we used a lot of helicopters, I guess. We didn't for Venezuela. This day in 1987 on CBS, The Morning Show debuted and starred Marriott Hartley and Roland Smith initially. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Dynasty on this day in 1981 premiered on ABC. The Carrington family and starred John Forsythe and Linda Evans. Yep. Joan Collins as his former wife. I don't really remember watching that. What was the other one? Dallas. I didn't really watch that. I watched a little bit, but
my mother had 3 TVs, and I swear to God, she had Dynasty, Dallas, and what was the other one with Ewing, the Ewing family. Oh God, and General Hospital she had on there too.
That was a daytime one. So
she used to watch them all, and she worked nights, so she'd fall asleep during all of them. It was crazy. Us kids had to watch it. It was awful.
This day in 1969, the first AFL team to win the Super Bowl. The New York Jets defeat the Baltimore Colts 16-7. Okay, it was the first time it was called the championship. It was the Super Bowl. And this day in 1960, the first player in the, that says basketball, scored 15,000 points of the Syracuse Nationals. Arthur Godfrey and his friends appeared this day in 1949. Now, that's an old TV show. Jeez.
Yeah.
That goes way back. The first woman elected to the U.S. Senate, January 12th, 1932. Hattie Wyatt Caraway of Arkansas is elected.
Oh, God.
She was serving an appointment to replace her deceased husband, who she had probably killed. The first steamboat to travel down the Mississippi on this day in 1812. The first public museum in America on this day in 1773. Charleston, South Carolina, the Charleston Museum. So happy birthday to whoever the hell this guy, born in 1893. Hermann Wilhelm Göring. He was a German field marshal under Adolf Hitler, sentenced to death for his war crimes. He asked to be shot as a soldier instead of hung as a common criminal, but the court then refused, so he committed suicide with cyanide. All right, there you go. Coral Castle, the American Stonehenge. Latvian sculptor in 1887 built Coral Castle. Worked alone what he thought was secrets from Egyptian pyramids. Where the hell is that?
It's in Florida. That guy Steve that used to do shows with me, he reads a whole entire series on the Coral Castle. It's really interesting. You should go there one day and visit it.
I don't know that I mean, it seems vaguely familiar, but I don't know that.
Yeah, the whole thing is made. He met a woman. The story is on it. He met a woman. He fell in love. He built that place for her, and I think either she left him or something. But it's a whole layout. He even does the couches and stuff are in stone. I mean, it's a really interesting place. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll check it out. KG, put that on your bucket list. Won the first Indianapolis 500 this day in 1879. Ray Harron. He was an American-born race car driver. Yeah, he won with an average speed of 74.59 miles per hour. Jesus. You get right over on the racetrack today. Edmund Burke, born this day in 1729, an Irish statesman, a philosopher. The famous quote, "All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." Well, I think we've screwed that one up. So, Charles Perrault, a French author, born this day in 1628. He published such folk tales as Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Bluebeard, Little Red Riding Hood, and Puss in Boots. I didn't realize it went back that far, 1600s. Vendela, a Norwegian-Swedish model, the cover for the 1993 Sports Illustrated swimsuit. And she was in Batman and Robin, born this day in 1967. Oh, happy birthday to Howard Stern. He was born this day in 1954. So
oh, God, I share a birthday month with Howard Stern. Shoot me now.
I'm going to, hey, he signed a 5-year, $500 million deal. We're going to beat that.
That don't mean I have to like him.
I'm waiting for Sirius XM to get back with me. I demanded $100 million. So there we go. Rush Limbaugh, born this day in 1951. Everybody remembers that. He was one of the original commentators on talk radio, the Rush Limbaugh Show. Christy Alley, she was born this day in 1951. She was best known from Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, but I remember her from Cheers. So, yeah. Joe Frazier, born this day in 1944. He was an American heavyweight boxing champion from 70 to 73 and won the gold medal in 64. James Bond's Golden Girl, Shirley Eaton, born this day in 1937. She was Bond's girl, Jill Masterson. So she died of skin suffocation when her entire body is painted in gold in the movie for Goldfinger. The urban legend that she died during the film, though, is a complete false. She died in No, it doesn't say when she's died. It says when she was born, so she's still alive.
Is she still gold?
Well, they said she suffocated during the movie. I don't know. There you go. Somebody check.
Oh, maybe they brought her back to life. I don't know.
Ruth Brown, 1928 on this day. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and jazz singer. I don't remember her, but let's see. The house that Ruth built, Teardrops from My Eyes. No, I don't remember that. That was before me. Bill Burrard, American TV personality from Animal Safari and Safari Adventure, born in 1925. Oh, Lord. Mahesh Yogi.
Yeah, good luck there.
Indian guru and transcendental meditationist, born this day in 1918. Louise Rayner, born in 1910. She was a film actress, the great Ziegfeld. Sergei Korolev, a Soviet scientist, born in 1907. He was an original rocket pioneer. Okay. Jack London, 1876. He wrote The Call of the Wild. He was an author.
Yep.
Carl Fisher, American entrepreneur, Mr. Miami Beach. He started what is considered the first automobile dealership in the U.S., and he organized the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Interesting.
Okay. And he oversaw the development of the Lincoln Highway, the first paved road across America from New York to San Francisco. John Winthrop, born this day in 1588, English colonizer. He was the third governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony. So, Massachusetts.
Chris said you did better on that yogi's name than I expected. Congratulations.
I didn't even practice, Chris. This is all fly by the seat of my pants. Trust me. I make this shit up as I go along every day. So let's see. Today in film, we talked about Batman. I forgot it. Cesar Romero was the Joker. Today in music, Led Zeppelin's album debuted in the United States in 1969. So the first FIFA World Player of the Year ceremony in Zurich, Cristiano Ronaldo in 2009. So there you go.
You used all your brain on that other name, so it's okay.
I'm done using the big name. Big words in me don't get along. John Hancock was born. Anglo-Zulu War began in 1879. So, okay. Bass Reeves dies in 1910. I don't know who Bass was. The Big Four leaders met in Paris in 1919, and they're all probably still alive. So, let's see. We're done with that. No. Today in history, the Jets won. Joe Namath. Yeah, Broadway Joe. So, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was thinking, at the end of the show, that new song that you made.
I didn't make it, but yes.
Okay, well, you can slowly start it low in the background as we say goodbye to Australia. And then you can bring it in and let everybody listen to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and remember to give us 2 minutes, because it's a long song.
It's okay. It's awesome.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. It's probably, I've got to message him if he can somehow shorten it to sound, because I don't want to just cut it abruptly. So.
Right.
So, but 2 minutes in is a little bit of a long lead in. So,
yeah.
Today, January 12th, it's Kiss a Ginger Day.
Oh, God.
Ginger, so it's National Clean Your Desk Day, National Gluten-Free Day, it's National Pharmacist Day, Coming of Age Day, Feast of the Fabulous Wild Men Day. I didn't know there were still any wild men left. National Fourth Graders Day, National Curried Chicken Day, Hot Tea Day. I almost requested hot tea last night. It was getting cold. National Kettlebell Day. If you've ever done a kettlebell workout, you know what that's all about. National Marzipan Day, National Youth Day, Plow Monday, Federal Remembrance Day. What are we remembering? Stick to your New Year's resolution day. And of course, Work Harder Day. So there you go. That's what today, January 12th is.
So the Plow Monday Day, everybody take that for whatever it is.
Yeah, go find a ginger pharmacist and kiss him. There you go.
You use your own discretion.
It's French Onion Soup Day. French onion soup might be good.
Oh, yeah.
National Glazed Donut Day. Walmart screwed up our order, and I got the family size bag of powdered donuts. Yeah, I was a fat kid. I sat on the couch eating them.
Wait a minute. You let Walmart pick your groceries and bring them to you?
That's does. I don't. Yeah, Mrs. Sportcat does.
I'm gonna have to talk to her. That's just
well, she uses that, and she uses the Publix, and I don't know. She uses a bunch of them, but we were paying for the other one, but apparently now we're paying for Walmart. I don't know. I just say yes and nod my head. The 12th day of 2026, 66 days until spring begins. The next 3 weeks here in the South, we're going to be punished with winter. Holy crap. It was 20 degrees this morning.
It's 40 here.
Yeah, well, yeah. 23rd day of winter. Well, the next 3 weeks are going to be brutal in the South. So Today in 1915, the U.S. House of Representatives rejected a constitutional amendment to give women the right to vote. We screwed that up years later. So let's see. House divided. Congress authorized President George H.W. Bush to use force expelling Iraq from Kuwait. Yeah, I'll never forget that. So let's see. We talked about that. Age is never so old as youth would measure it, by Jack London. That's quote of the day. The number of the day is 26. That's the number of women in the U.S. Senate. All right. That's like a fourth, isn't it? 26 women in the U.S. Senate, the start of the 119th Congress. Is that Congress and Senate? That can't just be Senate. So, because that's like a fourth. It's not that high.
How do you think AOC got a job?
Yeah, but she's a congresswoman. She's not a senator.
Oh, well, somebody screwed up there.
Yeah, we'll see. Are they in session yet? They were supposed to start at 2. And of course, no, they're not there yet. Are they? Let's go live here. Nope. They're in recess. They came in at 2 and went to recess. What the hell? I need a job like that. So.
I know, right? And you get paid for the whole damn day.
Let's see. And the Senate they are supposed to come in at 3 today. And well, we never know what's going on at the big White House. So, all right, let's hit some news. Oh, Donald Trump sends a fierce 6-word message to NATO as Greenland fears explode. This comes to us from Daily Express on the U.S. headlines. The president made the vague post after ramping up rhetoric about annexing Greenland, shaking up global alliances. Shortly before the post, Trump threatened to seize the mineral-rich, autonomous Danish territory in NATO, quote, one way or another, or one way or the other. If we don't take Greenland, Russia and China will take Greenland, and I'm not going to let that happen, he told reporters aboard Air Force One last night. I'd love to make a deal. It's easier, but one way or another, we're having Greenland. All right. So this comes after we intervened in Venezuela. So
I mean, you can't fault him for his his putting his foot down. I mean,
well, he went in and edited his Wikipedia and made it that he was the acting president of Venezuela as well. So.
Oh my God.
Oh, that man has a huge set. So Chris says Elizabeth Warren gets counted as 2 women senators, one white and one Native American. That's true. That's true.
I've got more Native American in my pinky finger than that woman has in her whole
body. My favorite quip to Pocahontas was when Trump told her she was a paperclip away from not being Native American.
Paperclip away.
That's great. That's great.
Damn.
Oh yeah. So yeah, supposedly we're drawing up plans to militarily invade Greenland. I don't know. There's a lot of fake news even in the real news right now, which we're going to talk about. Trump said 2 dog sleds. He mocks Greenland's defense as he confirms he wants Greenland. President Trump repeated the remarks on Greenland, causing a stir globally. So he said that they have 2 dog sleds. Well, what was it I was saying? All we needed was a rowboat, a ladder, and a couple guys, and maybe a pistol. So
the dog sleds, I bet they got explosive shit on the end of it. They just push a button and it shoots.
He says, we need ownership. We need the title. If we don't do it, Russia will. This isn't diplomacy. It's imperial. So, yeah, so they're supposed to be meeting tomorrow. We'll see where that leads.
They're like a bunch of high school students from different teams. I mean, we should just shut up and let the children play. And figure out what happens next.
This is just a fun train wreck to watch. It really is.
Yeah.
This is like a soap opera. So what did you do today? We invaded Greenland. So
it's like a human Monopoly game.
Lord,
we're gonna see who lands on that property. That's what it is.
I don't know what my thoughts on it are. I mean, I see his point about militarily speaking, because it's so close to the oceans and basically the expressways of the ocean. But are we just gonna go take it over? It's like, bitch, we're gonna plant our flag and it's mine, all mine. So I don't know that it works that way.
Maybe that's the moon race. When you get Greenland, that's the moon race.
So notice in this picture is President Trump speaking aboard Air Force One, and the beautiful Carolyn Levitt is behind him. Remember that. That's going to come up here in a second. So Trump said he wants to make a deal, but he's not going to let Russia or China beat him to it. So a deal would be easier, he said, but he insisted one way or another, it's going to happen, even if it strains relationships with NATO. So even if they don't want us, we're going to walk in there and say, hey. So he said their defense is basically 2 dog sleds. So in the meantime, you have Russian destroyers, submarines, China destroyers, and submarines all over the place up there. And we're not going to let it happen. So we're just going to go plant our flags. So China warns Trump not to use it, meaning China, and Russia as a pretext for a Greenland takeover. China has warned the U.S. not to use the other countries as a pretext to pursue its own interests in Greenland. So Xi Jinping, or whatever the hell his name is saying, get our country's name out of your dirty little mouth. Don't exploit us so you can go take another country. China says it has no interest.
My God. Trump 2020 is doing shit before Russia thinks of it. There you go, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll wait. We'll get to it. So now the UK, Germany, and France are pushing a new deal where they want to basically come in with their militaries and say, all right, no, you can't have it. This is ours. We're going to.
Oh, my God. Lord, it's a race to see who pees on Greenland first.
Yeah. So, but the people have already spoken, apparently, in Greenland. They say they don't even want to be Danes. They want to be Greenlanders. So, well, over the weekend.
They don't want to be green markers?
That's great. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't let me rename it. I sent a letter, but I got returned to sender for Green Mark in Trumpville. So, over the weekend, a lot of the popular YouTube channels were talking about how it's the end of the world, civil war is coming, go to your bunkers. It was quite fun. They were melting down. They were like getting on their radios and sitting Morse code and calling each other. And well, apparently it's Monday and we're not in civil war. But if that wasn't enough, the U.S. Doomsday plane, which is an E-4, suddenly appears in both Washington and L.A., and that really set the people off. The Doomsday plane never is in Washington. I don't know that I would use that, but that's what the media is reporting. And it also appeared in L.A. Well, when it appeared in L.A. at LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, yes, it was rather unusual because typically all these planes don't land in public airports where they can be seen. So they're usually at military places and basically away from our view. There's more than one Doomsday plane. Now, it should be a significant moment since they've actually physically moved the base closer to Washington for one of them. Basically, there's 4 of them. There's one in each part of the country. And if you think about it being the Doomsday plane, it's that way for a reason. So, but the one in LA was carrying Pete Hegseth and Laura, what's her name? Loomer, something like that. They were there as a basically, this is part of Hegseth. He's going around all the military bases. And this month, every day, he's going to be in Texas soon, so you'll see the Doomsday plane appearing there too. So, but this had the prepper world going over the edge. Oh my God!
And God, people, if you see that plane, don't go running towards it and try to get on it. It's not going to work out well.
No, please
don't do it.
It's very well guarded. But yeah, Pete Hegseth, he was on it with Laura Loomer. That's her name. Yeah, they were on board because he's doing the thing to travel to a different base basically every day this month to meet with the troops. Pete Hegseth is. So he's using the Doomsday plane as his. So, which kind of makes sense, being that he's in charge of the Pentagon. I mean, as far as the Department of War. So, but yeah, it had people freaking out. They were like, "Oh no, the world's coming to an end." So, Chris says, "What's good is it to have a Doomsday plane if the world is inhabitable to land on?" Oh, that's true. So. And they are a lot of money, but everybody's like, well, it's a waste of money. But the problem with the aviation is two parts. Sitting actually is worse for a plane than flying, for one thing. And for the other, the pilots have to get hours flying it. So it's going to be up in the air regardless. We usually just don't see it. So, but yeah, it had people freaking out. And then, Brenda, did you hear about this? Trump's motorcade was rerouted after they found a suspicious object near the airport. So last night, the motorcade was quietly rerouted on Sunday when they described a suspicious object, which apparently was a backpack. So they moved the president's route quietly, and they also moved Air Force One to a different part of the airport. And then the second plane, there's always a dummy plane that's just like Air Force One. Maybe they put Milani on it. I don't know. It's the decoy plane. It was much more visible than it normally is. So, and they upped security, and it was said that it was a very tense drive to the runway of Air Force One. So I don't really understand why they're calling it tense, but apparently there's been threats against our president. So
I think they should use the dummy planes for Congress and, let them fly around on the dummy plane.
Well, I mean, technically he could be on any plane except for an Osprey. That's he can't be on an Osprey. So, but I'm pretty sure we put Bush on an Osprey. I have to go back and check. So, but I'm pretty sure. But they said no, because they say no U.S. president's been on one. So, okay. But yeah, so they found suspicious devices or something. There's no real word on what it was, but apparently it was no threat. I mean, no threat to him or no threat to us. So, and remember back in October where they found the hunting stand. So that was near the airport. So that's kind of been, just hushed over. Nobody talks about that anymore. So, yeah. So something occurred to make them reroute everything yesterday and change times secretly. So, all right, I'm just going to go through this quickly because, well, A, it's funny, and B, well, it's Trump. As I said, you see the photo there of him speaking in what they call a press gaggle on Air Force One. A suspicious object was an unbiased reporter. They had never seen one before. They heard it didn't exist. So yeah, Trump interrupted the news conference during some turbulence in which everybody was finding trouble standing and everybody had to grab a hold of something. And well, Trump didn't have anything to joke. And he said, "I'm not going to grab Carolyn."
Jeez.
And that makes headlines. So don't reporter, he's looking for something to grab, but it wasn't Carolyn. See, here's the deal. I would, but you're the most powerful man in the world. Who's going to stop you? So, but it's not. He says, "I'm looking for something to grab, and it's not going to be Carolyn." So, Oh, Lord. And then these are comments from the press gaggle. He suggests that the Renee Nicole Good's actions were justified in the use of force. That's made all kinds of headlines. And then he called himself the acting president of Venezuela.
Well,
well, I mean, we pick up the phone and we call her and tell her what we're wanting. So if you don't do it, the F-35s are coming, B. So let's see. This is more on. He is seriously considering launches on Iran. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And then he got into it with a CNN reporter being fake news and should identify herself as being from CNN rather than the White House pool. So he got into that. Talked about Greenland needs to make the deal. Yeah, he was all over the place during his press gaggle. He said, with Iran, we're prepared for war, but open to talks because there's been hundreds killed in protests there. So Iran says it's prepared for war, but it's also ready to negotiate with the U.S. See, that's the thing with Iran. As long as we throw money at them, they're always ready to talk. So far, supposedly reported 500 protesters have been killed, and there's still a communications blackout.
Where?
In Iran. And then in LA, a person was detained after driving a truck through a crowd of anti-Iranian government protesters.
Yeah, I seen that.
That has kind of been a weird headline because they're saying that he wasn't supposed to be there and then he got scared and just punched the gas. I don't know. I can't find enough about him to figure out, but the video was they were going to beat the shit out of him. So
he was on their side, so that's what made it so weird. So did he just get caught up somewhere and was scared and tried to get out?
And I still don't know how many people were injured. So
last I heard, there was like 3 or 4 that were injured.
Yeah, were they seriously injured or
no?
Okay, because he was like honking the horn to like get out of the way. They're trying to kill me and pushing the gas. So I don't know. So.
Yeah.
Iran's supreme leader is saying that arrogant Trump will be overthrown. So Iran is apparently calling for the overthrowing of President Trump in a political comment and cartoon in Iran.
But I thought they were up for talking.
See, this is it with Iran. They will talk out of both sides of their mouth. They will say one thing and then they'll do something else. And so far they're proving with the communications blackout, they say that they're working to fix that. Yeah, I bet you are.
Sure, all we gotta do is call Elon. He'll hook them up.
Well, they apparently have found a way to even block that. So, yeah, I was reading about that. So, Christy Nome, we are sending, this says hundreds more, but other headlines have said 1,000 more agents to Minneapolis. And this comes as the governor, Tim Walz, just before he came on the air, was saying that he wanted them out of his state. And the mayor of Minneapolis was saying, get out as well. So we already know that 2,000 agents have made it there. And now, quote, hundreds are coming now, even more. So, yeah, it's a big mess out there.
I would think that's
how can we trust the federal governments to be objective, unbiased investigations without prejudice when at the beginning they already announced what they saw and what they think? Now that's coming from Minneapolis, who at the very same, as soon as it came out, he judged it and commented as to what he thought it was that day. So how can you say you're talking out of two sides of your mouth there?
True.
Renee Good, according to Christy Nome, was a domestic terrorist, according to the investigation, and is trying to tone down the rhetoric. So lawmakers are calling for impeachment and defunding of the agency. So that's the way they're going to try and win this war with DHS. When the time comes, I think at the end of this month, they're going to shut the government down if we don't defund ICE. Well, that's going to be their ploy. So, I mean, what's the old saying? And was it Clinton that coined it? Don't let a crisis go to waste. So,
Yeah.
I am not saying that she deserved to die, but I'm certainly not defending her actions either. So, yeah. So, and then Omar accuses DHS of obstructing oversight as enforcement escalates at the Minneapolis center where the ICE is. So, what she did was she went with her lynch mob and she got into the building until they realized that she was violating the rules, and then they kicked her out, and she's using that as her talking point that they won't allow oversight of the facilities from Congress. They're blocking them. And actually, that's not true. There's a procedure, but she was denied entry even after she was let in. She was promptly escorted out. So she's saying that no, they're not allowing it. But there's a new order requiring members to give notice before visiting. There's a procedure, but they've had to issue a new order requiring Congress to give a week's notice before visiting any U.S. Customs locations. So it came out Thursday, but it wasn't made public until Saturday through a court case that has been filed by Colorado Democrats. So, yeah. So, but they should have no problem being gained access. They just there should be a procedure. So you want to make sure that, the bathrooms are clean before they get there. So
look at what they do to us when we try to go in the Capitol, and that's our house. But, there's procedures there too.
Denise wants to know why they've stopped lunches in all schools. Well, I think that's because the money was cut off from the Fed. And they would rather, instead of giving money to the community to help the kids out that need the food, they'd rather give that money to buy fucking whistles so that you can protest ICE. So, yeah. Kristi Noem sets Democrats straight on CNN. You don't get to change the facts because you don't like them, she told CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday over the death of ICE activist Renee Good. She said that Good blocked the road for a long time and was yelling at them and impeding federal law enforcement. Now, that is somewhat true. That she was doing it for over 3 minutes and waving other cars by, and she was honking. I don't know about the yelling. I never heard yelling coming from her vehicle, but it wouldn't surprise me. But then she called her a domestic terrorist because she weaponized her vehicle. And she replied later, if you look at what the definition of domestic terrorism, it completely fits this situation on the ground. The individual you saw in the video was released 48 hours after this incident. I'm sorry. We're talking about the video that we showed the other day or Friday. That the police officer recorded. The government released it, which didn't surprise me. It was his video, which I wonder, was that because he didn't have a body cam and he was doing that for his own safety?
Could have been.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they had a body cam. We've never seen a body cam, which obviously wouldn't be much different than what we saw from his cell phone video. Which is a good thing he has that cell phone video. So that's his side of documentation. And everybody keeps saying, well, he shouldn't have been in front of the vehicle. Well, if you watch the entire video, one of the things we do in law enforcement not in law enforcement, in public safety, when we arrive on a scene, I'll use it from a firefighter's point of view. When we arrive on the scene, your driver of the fire engine is supposed to give the officer who rides in the passenger seat three-sided view of the structure that's on fire or could be on fire. So in other words, when you're pulling up, you see two sides of the house. And the reason that is because the ladder is supposed to be in position in front of the house. So your officer always gives your engine officer, the engineer, the driver of the fire truck, gives the officer three-sided view of the structure as they're pulling up. It's the same in law enforcement. You're supposed to get a view of the scene before you make definitive action. And what we call it is a 360 view. So in other words, when I de-ass the fire truck to the burning building, hopefully all the residents have followed most guidelines where it's recommended to meet at the mailbox, because we always show up on the mail side of this, where the mail comes. That's the front of the structure. We always show up there. We try and meet the homeowner there and get whatever information, dogs in there, kids in there, wife's in there, whatever. And then we proceed to do what we call a lap, or a 360, where you physically walk around the structure. Now in firefighting, we do that for other reasons, because we want to make sure the fire is not below us, like in a basement. We want to make sure that it's not a winter scene where there's snow on the ground covering a pool that we could be walking on and fall into the pool, or there's other things. But police do the same thing. It's called a lap, or 360. Right. He was completing, as the person in charge, the 360 degree view of the incident. He had not made it to the front of her vehicle. She turned her vehicle towards him, looked at him, made eye contact. You can debate whether or not she smiled, and then accelerated. And then we know what happens from there. But you always do a 360 degree view of what's happening. So that was the reason there. So let's see. Let me bring up, Chris says, hasn't the previous administration proved definitions can be fluid in whatever we say at that moment, or did the rules change once again? Yeah, well, they're good at changing rules. So she made the decision to go into reverse, put it in drive. Her tires were spinning. She turned the wheel towards the ice agent, and well, we know what happened from there. So I don't know who Bill Ackman is. Apparently he's some billionaire, and he's a top donor, because now they have a GoFundMe for the ICE agent, Jonathan Ross, who is the ICE agent. That's well out there in the media, so don't at me for giving up top secret information. It's well out there, was out within 24 hours. So there's a GoFundMe there's actually several GoFundMes. There's GoFundMes for her, which have raised almost $500,000, I think, at last check. There's a GoFundMe for him. I'm not sure what the total on the one for the officer is. But one guy donated $10,000. So, wow, that's a lot of money. So yeah, there's a GoFundMe for him. And there's a GoFundMe for the dog.
Dog?
Yes. There was a dog that was in the rear seat of the Honda. He was on the passenger side, luckily. So in the back seat. The dog is fine. That was trending, by the way, on there. So that was one of the trending news articles. Is the dog okay? The dog's okay. Well, Matthew White was on social media saying that he can't wait to put a bullet into this guy's brain, and vows to end the ICE agents in his family on social media. He said that he wanted to unalive them all. And so he's in custody now.
Well, that's probably a good place for him.
I mean, he's not the only one, but this guy was the one that apparently was the most vocal over the weekend. And well, he's in custody now. It's the ones that run their mouth aren't really the ones we need to be afraid of. It's that lone, quiet person. So those are the ones you need to watch out for. Over the weekend, well, there were multiple, if not thousands, of protests nationwide over the incident. So you could go look at a map on your city and find one near you. There was
We've been in Austin and Houston. Yeah.
I'm going to play this. I wasn't sure if I was going to play this, but the police chief of Portland, well, they're calling for his resignation because he had a tearful press conference where he had to admit that the people that were shot in Portland were Trinidad Aragua. I'll just play this press conference here real quick.
The greatest success book of all
time. Don't want to play the
the
commercial, but I guess I kind of got
wish
you.
Is your command.
Kevin Trudeau. Yeah, okay.
Watch what happens when you block DHT from your scalp.
If you have $700, call this number, 1-800, I don't give a fuck. Skip that.
Right? 1-800 Let's look like a poodle.
These two individuals are in stable condition. They are still hospitalized. They are in custody of the federal law enforcement, but grateful that they are appear to be on the road to recovery, grateful. And I'm grateful for that.
Can you hear this?
They do have some nexus to involvement with TDA. We can confirm that, and what I can say is there is an association with the two folks yesterday and TDA. I hesitated to even share this information initially because I'm very aware of the historic injustice of victim blaming, oftentimes portrayed by law enforcement, including this very agency that I've represented so proudly for so many years. And historically, we have not been quick to disclose the criminal history of others.
I want to like, that's my new job.
The Latino community.
Now watch, he starts crying.
It saddens me that we even have to qualify these remarks, because I understand, or at least have attempted to understand through your voices, your concern, your fear, your anger. This information in no way is meant to disparage or to condone or support or agree with any of the actions that occurred yesterday.
What in the actual hell was
it? Was hard for him, wasn't it?
97% of dog owners are making this mistake.
Premium food helps them thrive.
Right? God, nope. I'm not buying any of your stuff. Don't take $700 from my mama. But yeah, he broke up it. He cried about it. It was so sensitive. And yeah, you can tell the second in command behind him is like, what in the actual?
What are you crying for, dude? You look weak.
And was that real tears? I mean, God. Minneapolis police, well, they have finally been forced into doing their job mostly by YouTubers out there. We're gonna talk about that here in a second, who have been out there videoing what's going on and how crazy it is. Even some local reporters. But we were called YouTubers and a public menace a couple days ago. Then they changed the term that we're legal observers now. So the legal observers out there, good Lord.
I am legally observing.
McDonald's showed their ass in Minneapolis. A public display saying that no ICE access. Notice to all law enforcement and immigration. This is private business. Do not enter without a warrant. So they were telling them not to come to McDonald's. So yeah, McDonald's. I would like to see what their stock opened at today, because when Hilton had this debacle, their stock dropped tremendously in day one, and they backed up. So now McDonald's USA, which is the owner, contacted them and said that they need to remove that. So Ronald got on him and said, nope, even the Hamburglar is welcome here, motherfucker.
Right. I wouldn't go there then. After that, I'd be afraid they'd spit my food.
Well, we used to have that debate in public safety. We wouldn't go to certain places in Atlanta. So, yeah. This was the reporter. There was two of them. One's name is Nick Sordo, and the other one is, well, he reports for the other side, and he led a group. Andrew Mercado led a group of people who attacked Nick, and there's recording on both sides of it. And Nick had to flee. His vehicle had broken windows, spray paint, dents. He practically had to drive over people to get out of there. He ended up having to go to another police agency to seek help. It wasn't Minneapolis. They chased him.
Damn.
So legal observers are getting into it with each other now. Jesus Christ. Just people stop already. Enough's enough. So this also is trending. Brenda, what do you think? Did the U.S. use secret super weapons during the capture of Maduro?
I think they used weapons that we don't know that they have. And because they only used 20 people, I think that they invoked their super soldier program and had them go in and get them.
Well, there's a lot of people. This is trending, supposedly. Now, here's my thing. So, first off, we sent in a group of 20. They're what they're calling super soldiers, and with powerful sonic weapons.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Why did we allow one guy to survive and tell the story? Because the guard is the one telling. He says we saw drones, that we saw helicopters, and a few minutes later, there's barely 8 helicopters, and there was 20 soldiers. But they were armed with things that we were never seen before, technologically overpowered. They didn't look like a soldier or anything we'd ever fought against before. Now, I'm not arguing that this isn't true because, of course, the Pentagon's like, no, dude, we just sent in a guy with a gun.
Of course, that's what they're going to say.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, that's what they're going to say. But my question is, how is this one guy, when we suppose he says we killed hundreds, supposedly there was only 80. There's back and forth about it. He says we killed hundreds and even more were incapacitated. How did this one guy, was he like the guy on the roof that was like, I ain't going down and getting in this shit and just watch the whole thing go down? How did that one guy?
One of two things is going on here. So let me grab my tiara because it's got aluminum foil on it. Jesus. So one of two things is happening here. Either it didn't go down that way, but they had him say that to invoke fear and make people leave him alone or leave everybody alone. Or he was hiding somewhere and when it hit him, it didn't affect him as bad as the guys that they were actually aiming for. And he did see all this. I know we have weapons like that. We
obviously have weapons that that we don't know about. I mean, we obviously. And in fact, Peter Ducey will show this real quick here with Fox News. Apparently, back in 2013, was there when they tested. Where did it go? Where's the video of it? Well, I thought we had a Ducey one. Okay, well, hold on. We'll pull it up in a minute. Here's the other. Yeah, here it is. Why is it not? Let me just do it this way. Or is it not gonna? Is it not gonna let me? Yeah, here we go. Here's my thought on it. Oh, did I just close the whole damn thing?
I don't know, but if we had stuff in 2013, I can bet you what we have now is a whole lot better.
Oh, well, absolutely. But here's my thought. That one guy, he either is full of shit or he's one of the CIA agents and they're trying to use this to get fear. Would that make sense?
Intense sound wave. Suddenly I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. depending on is not yet, saying exactly what weapon.
This is Peter Ducey from Fox News.
Like something this reporter got hit with at Quantico in this piece from 2013.
2013.
The military says the active denial system is not radioactive, it's not a microwave, and it's not a laser beam. It's instead a man-sized beam of millimeter waves that can be fired from up to 1,000 meters away that are designed to get the subject, whoever's standing on this X, really, really hot so that they move.
You hear him key up the mic behind him, go, hit him.
And it's about 50 degrees out here right now, but I just felt like it was about 1,000. And I've never been inside a tub that somebody dropped a hairdryer in, but I would imagine that that's what it feels like.
At one something, I don't know how to describe it, he said.
It didn't take him long to get out of the way, did it?
Suddenly I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. Depending on it's not yet saying exactly what weapon was used, but it sounds a lot like something this reporter got hit with at Quantico in this piece from 2013.
Yeah.
Yep. So
they're probably more advanced now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they've had this stuff. They've had this stuff for decades, and they
have things we don't know about, obviously. So but and then Carolyn Levitt, she posted a thing by Q or reposted a thing by Q on X that made this go even more viral. The New York Post broke the story Friday night late. Saturday, it was all the talk, but it had kind of went away. And then last night, Levitt blew it up again when she reposted it from Q that says it exists. Now, the White House is not commenting, and Levitt isn't commenting. Our own press secretary isn't commenting on her own damn tweet. The Pentagon is not commenting, so the CIA is not commenting. So here's the thing. It either exists or it doesn't exist, but we want them to think it exists. So I don't know which it is. I don't know, but it has been trending. It's been all the news. I think we probably had better weapons than they did, period. But I don't know that we had AI robots hop out with solar blasters.
When I say super soldiers, they are not robots.
Well, that's the way the Venezuelan guard was making them believe.
No, they're a specific group of people that have, I would even call some of them hybrids, but they're government owned. Now listen to what I say. They're government owned people that are
GIs
used for this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a soldier is owned by the government, so, but
these are a little different.
So I found this headline, and well, me being the nerd, I just had to report it. Nicolas Maduro is set to make his Hollywood appearance in the new Avengers movie, Doomsday. He is going to be one of the menaces in the new movie. And, well, Disney has cast him for it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Maduro's 63 was unavailable to comment on the Disney press release that he had signed a contract for being in the new Avengers movie.
Oh, so does that make it? That makes it so that he can't get in the death penalty because he's got a movie to do. That's hilarious.
I just had to laugh because Kevin Feige was the who came out with this. He said, well, we've even brought back Robert Downey Jr., which sent the Disney Marvel people over the edge. What? Iron Man's come back? And he's like, Jason. And we've signed a contract for Maduro. He's going to be the bad guy. He's filming one day with us.
Oh my God.
It's absolute bullshit to both. But kudos to Kevin Fiji, however you pronounce his name, for taking some of the spotlight. Kudos to him for that. But the media has reached out, and Maduro is unavailable for comment.
You think? You think?
So kudos to the the Marvel people for coming up with that moment of glory in all this bullshit. So.
Right?
Oh, so yeah, we talked about that already. Trump has apparently applauded the idea of making Marco Rubio the next president of Cuba. There is, oh my God, I gotta find it. Let's see, can I find it real quick? There is a no, don't put it over
this
here.
movie is never ending, but at least it's got some comedy in it.
I love the fact that he stole some of the headlines for it. Let's see. So apparently, where is it? Oh, did I delete them all? Damn it! I hope I didn't. I meant to send them to you, but I mean, where's trash? I gotta find this. This was too funny. Where's trash? There we go.
Trash.
Well, I'm looking at my photo album. So the pictures of Rubio that they have taken in AI, because in this meeting he just looks so I'm over this bullshit, and then oh, it's so great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they have there's been multiple pictures of him moved in
Oh, jeez.
Put in all of the right positions for him, but yeah, I love it. They had a good sense of humor with that. So, but yeah, Marvel is the Cuban president, though. He's vowing to fight to the last drop of blood into Trump's grave. So,
is that
there we
the
go.
vice president who's now president?
I don't know how it works over there, but
I don't
well,
know,
apparently,
but
well,
he's
yeah,
not
because the
learning
uncle
first
died. Yeah, the first leader died, and then his uncle died, and so this is like a cousin or so. I don't know. Whoever's in charge.
Whoever's saying that, did they not learn the first time?
Yeah, so Rubio's going to come on with 20 guys in a.
This time they're going to engrave it on a building saying FA-FO. Fuck around and find out.
So we talked about that, the U-Haul truck, and they appear to be on their own. This will be coming up in headlines over the next couple weeks because the Doomsday Clock is expected to make their announcement January 27th.
Oh.
So the Doomsday Clock is set by the Atomic Commission. It's a group of scientists who, throughout the year, determine what the Doomsday Clock is, how close we are to midnight. And it's all set by nuclear treaties, stockpiles of weapons. Then, of course, the Trump factor, rising demand for nuclear weapon, concerns of testing, and then they throw in other things like greenhouse effects and and of course Trump and Putin and North Korea. Well, they're all expected to make the symbolic gauge move closer to midnight, which is the end of the world. So there you go. We'll be talking about that. I wanted to bring this out. Remember the mounted border officers, Kamala, whatever her name was, that she slandered? Well, they just took down another pedophile. The Texas Department of Public Safety arrested a legal alien who turned out to be a convicted child molester. This is the horse-mounted troopers. They were the ones that got this guy. So they are taking credit for the busting up a child molestation and trafficking group. So kudos to the horse-mounted units. I give you permission to whip them. Seattle's mayor, Katie Wilson, says that she wants to see to it that illegals vote because they, quote, deserve to vote. It's your city.
In our own country.
You deserve to vote, to live a dignified life by your government.
Wow.
Go to Seattle. Go to Seattle. All of you go to Seattle. So this was trending. People wanted to know what happened to the dog after the shooting. Well, you can see the dog there in the rear of the vehicle. The dog is fine. The dog remained unharmed in the shooting or in the car crash.
Why are they raising money for the dog if the dog is fine?
Well,
Somebody raise money for me.
I have a feeling it's probably because the dog is going to need to be adopted soon. Because I think they're probably going to put her significant other in jail.
That poor dog has been put through so much. I'll adopt it. Yeah. Poor thing.
There you go. Well, hey, whoever gets it gets a large sum of money from the GoFundMe. So, PJ Media, this is the headline from there. White liberal women really prove they are batshit crazy. There's apparently a new acronym for affluent white liberal women called AWFULs. And apparently they are batshit crazy, according to this headline. White women from 18 to 44 who identify as liberal has shot up 61%. And according to the poll with the questioning, they have been determined to be batshit crazy.
Wow. I would have never suspected that.
Go over to PJ Media and take the poll yourself to see if you want to see batshit crazy. But I'm going to guess if your nose is pierced and your hair is purple, there's a pretty good chance that you should know the answer to that question. The White House is growing. We've talked about this. But now they're saying it's not going to be as big as other official residences. And when they say that, they mean like around the world. So we know the White House has got the East Ballroom. Well, now there's going to be construction on the West Side to make it look even. So there's no talk of what it's actually going to be. My guess is a lot of this is just like we were talking about the CIA saying, or them coming out and saying it's these alien soldiers who come down and they'll not. I think a lot of that's CIA. I'm not saying we don't have the weapons, but I think a lot of this with over pumping this, now it's going to be bigger. It's going to cost more. I think that a lot of this is probably because of security, and not just for Trump, because, he won't be president in 2028, whomever it is, it'll be for it's their residence. It'll be protection for them. But at any rate, our White House or our official residence of the person in charge is apparently not as large as others. So,
Chris, you're confusing me so much. Pick a chat.
What is he doing?
He's chatting in the Sportscat one, but then he'll switch over and chat somewhere else. And I have no idea where the hell he's chatting at. Like, I'll see it pop up on here, but then I'll look in the chat and he's not there.
Chris is by chattable. So. Or it could be try. I don't know. It could be try chattable. So I don't know. But
Chris, I love you. Just pick a chat.
So yeah, apparently our White House is only 55,000 square feet. So
not anymore.
It's going to actually move up to 90,000 square feet. Oh, Lord. So Putin's most loyal warlord, his most loyal warlord, his guy is mysteriously in a coma after a poisoning, according to rumors circulating around Moscow. So, yeah, he's in a coma in the intensive care. 49-year-old, so severe, he is in a coma. And he was a part of the military intelligence that was Putin's very own right-hand man. So,
well, that definitely does suck.
Well, we hope he gets better. But Putin probably, he probably doesn't want him to get better. This has been a headline, and I was actually surprised to see a story, and I'll call Zero Hedge more of a mainstream media rather than a trade thing. Fire department's new emergency is affording their actual vehicles. This has been in trade magazines, and you've probably heard me mumble about it, but I haven't really been as vocal. The cost of fire engines have jumped up by like 700% here recently. There are only a few manufacturers, and now you have to order 5 years in advance. So in other words, you're ordering a fire truck today that you will get delivered in 5 years, and you have to pay for it up front. Depending on the truck, it could be millions. Well, there's this big problem with this. One, a lot of communities can't afford it. Two, what if your vehicle is wrecked, damaged? You can't obviously have one to replace the other. So that's a problem. And then lastly, by the time it's built, it's going to cost more because there's going to be changes with the technology. So this is an actual very big problem, and a lot of cities are being affected by this because 5 years to get one fire truck, I can see a year, but 5, and now there's even less manufacturers, and so they're raising their prices. Basically, it comes down to bigger companies buying smaller companies and moving their production facilities to isolate them from other parts of the country. So, like, for instance, here in the South, you may like a certain brand, we'll say Pierce. And in the Northeast, well, there's E1. And they're obviously competing for business, but it's not profitable or not profitable, not feasible for a large department, let's say in the Northeast, to buy a truck from manufacturer down in the South because if something's broke on it and they have to get the manufacturer to fix it. Obviously, you've got this distance. So this is a big problem. And the government really, really, really needs to get involved because it's a mess.
We just got our city and all the cities around us just got done getting brand new fire trucks, EMS vehicles, all that
They were
stuff.
probably bought a couple of years ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, the new ones coming out are awesome. And they can't turn them out fast enough. But the problem is you have to order them so far in advance, and then the technology changes. And like cities like LA, New York, DC, Chicago, they may not be as affected as much by this as smaller cities, but it's a big problem. So, and like I said, now that they're buying, one company will buy it up and they'll just move it. So you may not be able to you may buy a Pierce or something, and then they've moved the facility down to the South, so the cities up north they can't compete with them in prices because, well, they're going to be cheaper, obviously closer, but as opposed to traveling, because then if something goes wrong, it's made in Alabama and you're in Washington DC, so it's a big problem. So I think the government needs to get involved with that. So all right, so I didn't talk about the Golden Globes because, well, I don't care. There's plenty of sites you can go get that. But apparently there was a pin last night that multiple Hollywood elites were wearing. It's a white circular pin they were wearing on their lapels or their dresses, and it says "Be Good." And they are that's a remembrance for Renee Nicole Good, who was in the incident with the ICE officer. And so Hollywood elites have been seen at the Golden Globes wearing a pin honoring the lady who tried to run over the ICE agent. So
but yet everybody had a fit about "We are Charlie Kirk." Get out of here.
You said it, not me. So
I did. I said
there you go.
Hey,
if you want to click on our show because we've now said Charlie Kirk, please do hit that thumbs up button. Let's know you like this. Does it cost you $1 a penny to subscribe? We appreciate the subscriptions. We're trying to get monetized here because God knows we can't with any other company. They kick us out. Chris says my company delivers top of the line fire trucks for just $25,000 up front. I'll get you a truck in 2075. Pay me now. Exactly. So, and there's Hudda with Kick. He loves our stream, but wants me to come over and give him money. how to go back to India. Fuck off.
Hey, it says, hey, buddy, I love your stream.
Yeah.
I would like to join you next live.
I got a stream for you. So looking at the weather, we'll cover this real quick. Well, the Northeast, basically the Midwest and the Northeast, are bracing for even colder air. They've already frozen us here in the South. It's going to get worse. And they're talking by the weekend that Yankee Dander moving from the Great White North, hitting with the lake effect storms and tapping the warm, moist Gulf air. And conditions may be favorable in the South for significant snow. Now, this is just a early heads up. Please go buy your milk and bread now because you may be dead by the weekend. So if anybody doesn't understand that joke, I'll elaborate. In the South, that's how you can tell how bad the snowstorm is, by how quickly the bread and milk are gone in the grocery stores. So the alarm has been sounded. Go out today before the Yankee Dander kills the South and get your bread and milk. I have yet to this day figure, what the hell good is milk and bread going to do if you don't have anything else? But whatever, go get your bread and milk. It's the world's about to end if you're in the Southeast United States. Looking at the president's schedule today, everybody came to work at 9. And, well, he's going to meet with the Secretary of State at 10:30, talking about him being president, probably. And then he is meeting with Archbishop Coakley, I guess is how you say it.
I bet he has a thing.
At 1:30. And then at 3:30, well, the president should be signing some shit. And then at 5 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, he's meeting with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Maybe they can discuss this fire truck issue with him. And supposedly the Pope is meeting with the leader of Venezuela, which is a female. It's not Trump, but there's some rumors circulating that the Pope may be coming to the United States to meet with the president after he meets with her. And we know she is coming later in the week. My guess is he's watching the football, and if Chicago wins, he's coming to the States to the Super Bowl. That's my guess. So, what do I know? I don't know.
Not
much.
sure if I've ever seen the Pope at a football game, but okay.
Well, he's a baseball fan. I mean, why not? So, Chris says, if I'm drinking a few gallons of milk and one day forget the bread. Oh yeah, I didn't bitch about that. We had a water main break on Saturday. It was chaos here for a while at the house. There was no water in the house.
Toilet tissue value.
Luckily, it didn't cost me a dime. So the original construction crew, well, they came and fixed the problem in an emergency. I'm not saying they're guilty. I'm just saying they showed up and fixed it for free. So. Not saying they were guilty of the water main break. I'm just saying they showed up to fix it on an emergency for free. So, Senator Mark Kelly apparently is suing the Pentagon over punishing him for the warning of illegal orders to the troops. Chicago is suing Trump apparently. So go Chicago.
I want to sue
More
somebody.
young Americans identify as political independents. They're just batshit crazy. Thune issues a warning over the Powell investigation. I didn't even cover that mess. Let's see. Trump picked up the phone to call a political nemesis. He called Senator Warren from Massachusetts.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's an unusual move, but he gave her a phone call. She said she gave him some advice about his recent push on credit card rates and lower housing.
I bet she did.
So wait a minute. Out of all the shit going on in the world, she's worried about credit cards and lower housing. Yeah, good for her. She should say, dude, don't invade Greenland. That seems to me that would have been higher up the scale, but what do I know? I just
he's got his, you know what? If there's one thing I've seen about Trump when he has his mindset on something, it's going to happen.
That's it. So we're out of time. We can run over for a few minutes in Australia.
Wait, Chris said that Trump should just send her smoke signals.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, go out and buy your bread and milk. This Yankee dander is coming down from Canada and going to kill us all here in the South. So go out, buy your bread and milk. We will be back live tomorrow from 2 to 4 here on Dare Talk Radio, Radio X, and on YouTube. And I want to thank, over the weekend, there was a disturbance in the podcast community force. We'll just leave it at that. And, well, I met a gentleman that came out with some very good songs. Some of them I'm actually going to play on Thin Line Rock Station. So I'll be playing that. Tomorrow. Make sure to tune in from noon till 2 on the Thin Line Rock Station, www.thethinlinerockstation.com. Check me out. I got some new music. I've got an announcement about a Sportcat show coming up in the near future. But I was given a new intro and exit song, and I'm going to choose to exit with it because it's too long to intro. But everybody have a great day. Thank you, Dare Talk Radio, Radio X, for allowing us to tickle your ears. We're already off the air in WZQI, but I appreciate them anyhow. And everyone, please come over and find us on the Sportcat shows. Hit that thumbs up, the notification bell. You won't miss a thing. We're going out of here with the new Sportcat Gazette theme song. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Everybody have a great day.
Twisted takes, crazy jokes, no bunker, just views. A quiz in history, whether on the scroll from Greenland to the galaxy, they've got every goal. Laugh at fear, let the world do its thing. Sportcats Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcats Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end of the day.